I need to apologize that I can only speak English. I'm very sorry for that. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here to express our thanks to Georgia and to all of you who are responsible for organizing this meeting. It's a great opportunity for us to show love, to show that we are not hostile, that we can tolerate living together in freedom and expressing our religious rights freedom. It's perfect. I would like to explain how our International Baptist Church is taking steps to integrate Georgia, our Christian community, into the European Christian community. Our Lord Jesus taught us to love. That was the primary thing that he taught us. He showed his love, and he wants us to, those of us who follow him, to show love to each other and to him. One recent step we have taken is to invite Christian ministries based in Europe to send delegations here with professional recording devices to record Bible verses about our Savior in all the different Georgian languages. Some of the languages in Georgian are only spoken, they're not yet written. We found Christians among these various language groups and recorded selected Bible stories and information in each language available. We are placing the recorded Bible information on memory sticks and small recorders so that every Georgian can have a contact with the message of Christ and understand that Christians all over the world believe the same. This will also show Europeans that Georgia is taking the Christian message to every community in Georgia. All of the programs we contact in our church are an attempt to make Europeans aware that Georgia is a Christian nation and follows the traditional Christian beliefs. We frequently have guest speakers and introduce them to the wonderful country of Georgia and show them how Christian movement here has freedom to express itself unhindered. Many of our Baptist churches here follow this integration and receive communication and help from Europe. We are an American Baptist church and take it a step further by attempting to integrate American Baptist churches with Georgia. They too have sent visitors and have helped us a lot. I want to thank the Georgian government for creating the State Agency for Religious Affairs, and Gzase in particular for giving me an opportunity to speak here today, and for all the things they have done for me, and that they are doing for our wonderful Heavenly Father. I was born and raised in America, where I learned about Christianity and how Jesus is our Savior through his shed blood and our belief in it. The Georgian Orthodox Church is a historic Christian church. It is the majority church in Georgia. As such, they have the legal right before the government and before the law to set the boundaries for all churches in Georgia. The State Agency for Religious Affairs has been very helpful to all of us that are not Orthodox. The most significant way they have helped me personally is by giving me legal permission to construct the International Baptist Church of Tbilisi. It was difficult to obtain permission without Zaza's help. It could only have been possible through him. Having failed my attempts to get permission by myself, I approached the American consulate to get their assistance. They told me that the Georgian government had established the State Agency of Religious Affairs and that they would give me permission and guidelines to proceed to qualify for church construction. Since that time, we have served the international community who come to Georgia from all countries. Sometimes we have people from more than 8 different nations that come together at our church to worship God. These visitors are not familiar with the Orthodox tradition and do not speak Georgian, although our doctrinal beliefs are identical to the Georgian Orthodox Church. Our worship follows the traditions of Western churches. We are a spiritual home for them, away from their home churches, and they all appreciate Georgia for allowing us to have freedom of religion to worship according to our traditional ways. Georgia, like Europe and America, has freedom of religion. As you know, Muslim countries do not allow Christian churches to be constructed, but rather persecute Christians. Georgia is a wonderful country. Everyone who visits our church loves Georgia and appreciates it. Our International Baptist Church is seeking land in a good location to to construct a free clinic to treat those who suffer medically with problems that do not have resources to get relief. So they just suffer. If this clinic is successful, we would like to construct a hospital where we would bring doctors from America and Europe and other countries with the latest medical techniques and equipment to perform free surgeries for the less fortunate. We have met with the Patriarch of Georgia and discussed the possibility of a joint venture where we would undertake to print 1 million Georgian Bibles that every Christian family could have a free Georgian Bible in their home. This venture will cost upwards of $3 million. These plans can only be realized and fulfilled with governmental permission and God's provision and blessing. All things are possible through Jesus Christ who loves us. Thank you for your time.